What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
A doodly ding 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 da bing bing bing.
All right. Oh man, bringing the sweet stuff. Wow.
It's been a while since I could be, even halfway proud of a scat.
I feel like if you were musically inclined, which you're
right.
not.
Thanks.
If
play
you
guitar,
were,
but whatever.
if you were someone more bluesy, more jazzy, who just like they can scat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
like they
Mike,
can scat.
like Mike.
I think that they would say that was average.
That's not bad. Oh, okay, good.
And so that's pretty darn good.
If a musically inclined person says that I'm average, that's good.
I know your daughter is here.
Yeah,
sitting
she
in.
is.
Was she part of the inspiration to do not your worst job?
Yeah, I don't want her to be embarrassed of me completely. So
I will do my best to embarrass him for you. Okay, I will try to make you proud of me.
And if you're watching the Spitballers podcast on YouTube, you'll notice a large cardboard bear.
Yeah.
As Mike is not here today.
Mike is not here, but the show must go on.
So we've got a two-man spit, but it's kind of a three-man spit, right? We got Al Borland over there, and he is going to draft with us today.
He is. He's going to he's going to take Mike's place in the draft, so we will still have a normal full-scale draft, and we are drafting things that start with the letter P.
Yes.
So
yes.
Start formulating those in your head right now.
Yep. No, that's good. We'll kick it off right now.
Would you rather?
This one already cuts too deep. Heather from Patreon, which would you rather be? The know-it-all, the constant interrupter, or the one-upper?
Oh, man. That one is out.
The one-upper?
The one-upper is the worst. The one-upper, the person that just can't ever not be best in every conversation.
That is rough.
It's just like, oh, you don't even want to talk to that person.
Yeah, that one is rough. I mean, I feel like it's a version of the know-it-all. In some ways, because the know-it-all is always going to bring up their stuff,
right? But
and
this
why
one
they
goes,
know it.
That's like a slice of the one-upper. A slice of the one-upper is a know-it-all, but the one-upper is like, it's not just knowledge. It's what I have. It's what my house looks like. It's what I can do. You know how many push-ups I can do?
That's the
worst.
worst.
Do you know how many push-ups I can do? Do you?
No.
How many can you do?
Did 25.
I can do 30.
Yeah.
So it's no matter what, I can do better than you no matter what.
That's rough. I mean, I've been around a couple of people that everyone else knows them as the know-it-all.
Right, yeah.
And that is like where we all make eye contact every time it happens.
Yeah.
Like that situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
think we might know some of those people.
Yeah, I mean that's that's like okay, I now know more than one of those people. But those can kind of do like a happy eye roll to that kind of person because it's like it doesn't make them unlikable completely. It just makes it kind of like
it depends on how they approach their
know-it-all.
know-it-all.
Assault situation. Yeah.
Some people who are know-it-alls genuinely just believe they know everything.
So it's just
an innocent know-it-all. I mean, obviously there's the egotistical know-it-all that you just don't. It's just as bad as the one-upper. But the interrupter, I don't mind. I don't know, man.
The interrupters, it's something I, as a host, am super conscientious about and guilty of. Like it's hard because when I host the Footballers show and it's like I feel this sense of moving the show along, but then I sometimes break in when I wish I wouldn't have, and it's like so I live in this 10-year period of time where that is genuinely like I think I had a note card sitting next to my desk, like a little sticky note for like a 6-month period that just said "shut up." because sometimes I overtalk.
Yeah, I mean, we've all read the comments, and what's funny is I've seen the comments of, Andy, you interrupt Jason all the time. And I don't ever feel that. Like, ever. I've never looked back and felt like...
It means a lot to me.
I've never been like... I mean,
I feel so guilty all the time.
No, those aren't my burner phones.
My therapist will be so happy.
What if you found out? What if you found out it's me?
Comments?
I'm the one leaving the comments because I'm trying. I avoid altercation and confrontation. So I'm just going with burner phones being like, Andy, stop interrupting Jason.
Are you also all the comments that are like, Jason, great job on the weight loss.
Jason, you look amazing. Good, man. Looking good. Andy, shut up.
That would be so funny, though.
No, I have no burner accounts yet. I'm looking into it. I think it's a pretty good idea. But no, I've literally never felt like, I mean, maybe one moment here or there, but that's just life. I don't ever feel like you have an interrupting problem. You're the host, especially on the Footballers. Like, here, we all interrupt each other whenever we have anything to say or think, and it doesn't matter.
It is one of the things that people are...
I was in the middle of talking.
Oh, I knew that was coming. It is one of the things people have said about this show and Footballers is that, like, when they compare it to other shows or one of the reasons they like it, they often say, like, how do you guys know? Or even on phone calls. Like, we've had calls with, like, advertisers and stuff. We kind of know where each other are going to speak, and we don't generally talk over each other too much.
No, when we've done literally multiple thousands of shows together, I hope we've gotten to the point where we can know when we're going to talk and know where we're going to go. So the constant interrupter,
I think that's at the bottom.
Meaning that's the one you would rather be?
Well, yeah, I think so.
I'm going to take the know-it-all.
Okay.
I don't.
You want to be the know-it-all?
Yeah. If I have to be one of these people, I don't mind being interrupted. It just has never really irked me or bothered me, but I do mind the interrupter in groups. I feel bad for other people.
Yeah.
When there's 4 or 5 of us and one person is just steamrolling everything, I'm really annoyed. Not ever when they steamroll me, but when they steamroll others, I'm just like, let some people breathe. I don't want to be that person.
Some people can't. They don't have enough gusto to break through that person.
Right,
Some
exactly.
people have social skills to like, or I'm gonna come right back and I'm gonna take over the conversation. Some people, it's like they'll make their 2 shots, they'll get interrupted, they're done for the night.
It's really funny and sad and whatever, but there are people that can't have silence. They can't. They feel like if they're in a group and there is a moment of silence, everyone is let down and they have to say something. They have to speak. But then there are the people in that same group that they can't speak until there is a real moment of silence, and now they recognize I'm allowed to talk.
Yep.
And so you put those 2 people together, and I just feel bad. I do not want to be the
Okay.
So I'll be the know-it-all, and
Okay.
I will just make fun of myself for how brilliant I am.
All right, we'll move forward here. Tommy from Patreon writes in a would you rather question. Would you rather have calories not count in the car or on the couch?
Oh, man. Well, I mean,
I feel like everyone in
Okay,
the world
so-
would choose the couch.
so that was what I immediately thought. I immediately was like, well, this is the dumbest question. And then I thought,
Yeah, tell me.
the drive-through. Are you kidding me?
Oh, they don't even count.
They
then.
don't count. Do you? Oh my gosh, I'm broke. Okay, because I will never, ever drive home or to work. I'm going to Filiberto's on the way to work. I'm getting a carne asada burrito with a horchata. I'm finishing that in the car.
all
on
your
the way
meals.
home. On the way. This is amazing. Yeah, I was like, wait, I don't really eat in the car. I don't. I eat I eat on the couch.
Al, would you still be full from the meals you eat in the car?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'd still be full, but then if the calories don't count, you do need some calories to live.
Well, right.
So you'd have to eat at home a little bit.
Oh my gosh, this is
even getting better.
This is gorgeous. I mean, when you read it, I had the exact same thought of you. Like, the couch is.
I think I'm still taking the couch.
No,
Because
okay,
to me, the
here.
calories that I care the most about would be the 2 hours of desserts.
You are such
I am
an
a
ice cream
dessert
couch man.
Yes, I would like.
You want to plow through pints.
I don't think about it this way.
Okay.
We have the would you rather. Would you rather have the calories not count in the car or on the couch? How much would you pay for either of these? like in monetary value.
Oh, man.
To be able to unlock this, like it's a video game and you get to unlock a skill. If I could unlock the ice cream on the couch, that feels like one of the things I'd ask a genie for if I found a magic lamp. It feels like you would be cheating I mean, if I could have a pint of Haagen-Dazs on the couch every night and not end up.
So, Al, we need one more point of clarification here.
That's what I'm here for.
If we eat them and they don't have calories, are they negatively affecting? Like, obviously, if I eat, fast food every day, deep fried,
heart attack
seed
time.
oils, all that stuff.
We're going to assume they have no negative health effects.
Yeah,
baby!
I think that's fair.
How much would I spend? I would spend $2 million. I would work my tuchus
you grind
off
it to find
for
a way.
as long as it took to get. Like, I don't have a goal of earning $2 million right now. I don't have. I like that.
Right.
That would be great to have $2 million. I don't have that as a goal.
This is the thing standing between you and earning $2 million is.
That's exactly right, Andy. The thing standing between me and earning $2 million is something worth $2 million.
It would be so amazing to feel that
I would do
level of.
oh my gosh, I would rob a bank. I mean, if I had to rob a bank, I would.
Why are you doing this, sir? Why'd you do this?
Did you not know?
Did you hear about this perk?
For $2 million, you can have all you can drive through without. And the problem then is I'm broke because I spent $2 million on it.
Oh yeah, you don't have the money for the drive-through.
But the nice thing is, the worst things to eat are usually like that dollar menu.
Right.
They're just garbage.
Yeah, that's not going to set you back too much.
No. Oh man, I'm definitely taking.
Yeah,
the
you're
car.
taking the you in your earlier days.
I will have a 13
pre-health kick. You were a car guy.
I loved it, man. I was a shameful,
double dinner.
Eat a dinner on the way home. Have to get out, throw that bag away, on the drive up. Yeah. Oh, good, the cans are on the street. Let me just stop right here, throw that Jack in the Box bag in the garbage, and then pull in and hope she doesn't smell my breath.
Is that curly fries?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
And tacos, deep fried.
All right. Yeah, I'm doing the ice cream couch. So
before we move on, I got to confess because I know some of the loyal Spitwads are going to come after me here.
Okay.
But Tommy wrote this question in, and I thought it was a great question. And so I searched our historical Would You Rather questions, and we'd never discussed this. But we did on episode 226. I'm just realizing we drafted best places to have calories not count.
Oh.
And the couch was the 101. Car made it all the way to 202.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I hope it was me that got it at the 202.
That's funny.
Yeah, you guys were discussing this. I was like, that sounds so familiar, but I had searched and we hadn't done it, but we did it in a draft.
This is a good opportunity to tell the Spitwads out there that have been listening for now 329 episodes plus. Like, it's hard to find new questions.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we love those that go to jointhespit.com that are part of the community that submit questions or that submit them on Twitter, wherever. Like, Al keeps a document that somehow he can find over 329 shows what questions we have answered. There was a show about 3 weeks ago, and he was in a time crunch. I'm like, don't you worry about it, Al. I'll take care of this show doc for you. And I filled out a show doc. And I didn't check that thing.
Yeah, you asked another question that we have already done, and apparently I answered it different this time.
Yeah, like it was the...
we all change. We grow.
We do.
Evolve.
Yeah, it was probably about early mornings or hiking or something like that. And
oh, man.
all of a sudden,
reading.
Can't wait for the
museums. All right, George from the website, would you rather full sprint anywhere you travel on foot? And so if you get winded... you have to wait until you catch your breath enough to sprint more. So you have to sprint.
Okay.
Which is a funny thing to think about, like if you have to sprint. Or do the heel-to-toe walk. So that's the field sobriety test. So are you anywhere you travel on foot.
That means you touch. You're not rolling from heel to toe.
Gosh.
You have to put the heel of your left foot touching the toe of your right
you're walking,
foot.
it's like you're walking on a line.
Right, yeah.
So that one's exceptionally slow. I mean, I'm trying to think through this.
When is the last time, genuine question, we're in our early 40s.
Sprinted?
When is the last time you sprinted all out as fast as you could sprint, even a short distance?
All out?
Yeah,
probably when we did the combine.
Yeah, I mean that was
for our show. There's a
7,
trend.
8 years
I saw
ago?
Jason do it yesterday when Andy hit a really short pickleball shot when
Oh,
Jason was at the back
oh.
of the court.
Oh, does that count? Because full sprints in pickleball, I think that happens.
He did full sprint.
Yeah, okay. All right.
There's a trend right now. I don't know if you knew this over on Instagram, where a husband and wife, they take turns filming each other doing a full sprint on the street. Because it's basically like neither of us have ever seen each other run at full speed. So it's a side view of the husband and then a side view of the wife at full speed. And they're funny, man. Because people don't. You're right. You hit a wall once you're done with PE, I guess, and you don't sprint.
One of the health people that I watch and listen to a podcast, they talk about like don't stop sprinting. Like
that's
just
valuable.
because you're an adult doesn't mean like go and sprint. Go to a grassy field and just do some sprints.
Yeah.
And so
I think people say that if you rather than jog, if you just walk and occasionally do a sprint, it's way better than jogging.
But on this question,
but you have to sprint, you see.
this question is you have to sprint everywhere you go. So a normal day-to-day life.
That's the thing.
Normal day-to-day life is way better to sprint than heel-to-toe walk.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go to my car to go to work. I'm gonna go. It's not that big a deal. Okay, I run to my car. I would rather do that than slowly walk. But it's the other areas.
You're going to Europe.
Exactly.
You're going to visit Europe for the first time with your family. Heel to toe, all of Europe.
Sprint all of
I mean,
Europe.
both are bad.
We're walking all day. I will die. One of those I can handle.
Okay, so which would you choose in Europe?
If
You do the heel to toe?
Yeah, I would do the heel to toe.
You're going to need to book about another 3 months in Europe to see it all at that pace.
We're going to the Louvre. Like I can't just sprint the Louvre.
But you could sprint from spot to spot, can't you? And then observe it and enjoy it.
Yeah, I guess what.
Which one looks dumber in public?
Well, one makes you look like you are drunk. If
you're
you're doing the heel to toe, it looks like
the other looks like you're a frantic weirdo.
Yeah. If I saw someone sprinting around, honestly,
you think they're doing something.
I would much rather see a heel to toe walker.
Right?
Even if I assume that they've been inebriated, I would much rather that because the other person is like, I'm crossing the street. I'm getting on the other side of the street to avoid him because he's psycho. He's on some hallucinogenic.
That's a good question because both are real bad, it seems. But day to day, I'd rather sprint. I can sprint from my house to the car. I can sprint from the car to the office.
And there's advantages to this. There's health perks.
True. There's no health perks on the heel to toe.
None. All right, we're sprinters.
Okay. We got time for one more or we want to move on now?
Let's do one more.
All right. Noah from the website, would you rather have your hugs make people magically happier?
Yes.
Your handshakes make people magically more confident?
Definitely not.
Or your high fives magically give people a boost of energy and adrenaline? Now, see, this one's tough because the second two are very cool, but I think we're going to prioritize happiness.
I don't know that happiness is more important. So imagine the high fives, right? A boost of adrenaline or energy. Now, we play a lot of pickleball, right? You're on the court. You make a good shot. You would start incorporating, like, we do the paddle tap.
Yeah, we'd high five.
After almost
we would high five.
We would high five.
Yeah, get a little boost.
I mean, now you're talking about winning tournaments that you don't belong in.
Maybe if your serves were going sideways, I'd give you a handshake.
Oh, for the confidence.
For the confidence.
If I served bad and you wanted to shake my hand,
yeah,
I'd be like, you're a
Stop
weirdo.
It.
But hugs making people happier.
Not everybody wants a hug, but
not everybody wants
them
a
into
hug.
a hug to make them happier. That seems illegal.
Well, I mean, it's obviously you got to know these people. There are people who might not want a hug that I know need a hug, and it would be appropriate and okay in that situation to come up and give them a hug.
I would say so. Papa Josh forces people to hug him, and eventually we just all accept.
Yeah,
it.
we
just
he
are like,
he has
okay.
broken through. He's a great example. Papa Josh hugs everyone at the office.
Does it make
not
us
every
happier?
day, not every moment.
Are we happier because of it?
No,
he
does not have this power.
No, he doesn't.
I like a good hug, and sometimes I love a good Papa
sometimes
Josh
you'll
hug.
volunteer one to him. Preemptive
Absolutely.
strike.
Yeah, just get it out of the way. But I think if you actually could make people happier with a hug, because think about when you hug someone, right? Sometimes it's just...
Oh, yeah, you need it.
But a lot of times when you're actually doing this maneuver, when you're doing a hug maneuver, it is to console.
Okay.
It is to cheer up.
Let me ask you something though.
Okay.
How does that work? Because like if you went to a funeral
Mm-hmm.
and
It's a great question.
the widow's there and she lost her husband, maybe it's an aunt or uncle, whatever. You go over and give them a hug.
Yep.
Does that work?
Absolutely, it does.
It does. So it's
Happier.
comforting. Happier.
That doesn't
Okay.
make them happy.
It doesn't make them
Makes
not
them less
mourning?
sad.
Okay.
I'm not taking away their mourning, but
That's what I was worried
making
about.
them happier. That's like the creme de la creme. That's the place I need to do it.
Oh,
now,
so you'll go to funerals that you don't even know the people now. If you had this power, you'd probably start.
Nope,
No?
because I don't want to hug people I don't know.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Unless
Even if you had the power?
if I had the power, maybe I would open a funeral home.
Okay.
You know, if I'm the worker,
right.
if I'm in charge and I'm meeting these people and I'm there to console. Okay, if I'm just a random person showing up at funerals hugging people, I don't know. Eventually, I think flags are raised. But the handshake thing, that is a backfire. Because handshake is a power move.
Oh, right, because you're the strong handshake, so you're the confident one.
Exactly.
So you'd be giving somebody more
I don't
power.
want to give them confidence. I want a handshake and make them cower. I want a handshake and feel more confident myself. I don't want them
It's a good point.
Yeah. So that one's out.
Do
OUT.
you feel like the people, like, do they instantly feel happier and know it's you? Or do they just have, like, a sense like, man, that just, for some reason.
I think they might have loved that hug, and they
Yeah.
might appreciate that hug.
But not a
they're
direct-
not crediting you with, like,
Not a one-to-one.
you gave me happiness.
It's more of an, I don't know why, I just feel better today.
Yeah, exactly. That's definitely the one I'm taking.
And okay, and so then the.
But I hope you take the adrenaline high five.
For the
so
sake of our
that- for our
sports.
pickleball.
All right, I'll do it.
All right.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll do some What's the Difference. And there's a button for that.
What's the difference between me and you? Me and you.
If you haven't listened to the show, one of our strengths is we know the difference between things.
Yeah. Super well.
Jason knows metal, and then we all collectively know the difference between things, so we try to help out. What is the difference between cleaning up, straightening up, and tidying up?
Yeah, I mean, they all sound the same. Obviously, they're not. Or there wouldn't be different words.
Yeah, there's a difference.
There's
between
a difference, and we're here to say what the
straightening
difference
up
is.
to me feels like the fastest.
Because
you got to straighten up real quick. The in-laws are coming over. You don't got time to clean for sure.
Well, cleaning is the biggest. Like, there's no doubt. You know, when I tell someone, if I'm talking to my child, I say clean your room, and they're like, "What?"
Yeah,
and then I'm like, "What I really mean is just pick it up."
right.
I don't actually mean clean your room. Clean your room is get out the Windex.
Okay.
Get out the Lysol or whatever you're using. We're dusting.
And you can't straighten up a spill.
No.
So you clean up a spill.
Correct.
Straightening up, in my opinion, and I'm going to throw it out here, you never remove something or throw it away. Straightening up is just getting things in order.
Boom!
Right?
Boom, baby!
You can't throw something away.
You can't. No, you're just organizing it. Okay? Now,
It's like this looks better straightened out.
Cleaning up requires a device or a product.
Okay.
You cannot do it with just your two hands. You can't clean with just your two hands.
That seems fair.
You need a
at
broom,
least need a spray bottle or a rag.
spray bottle or a mop or a
Vacuum.
Vacuum, yeah, absolutely.
Now, tidying.
Tidying is the toughest one.
Tidying
here.
feels like you are putting some things in the right spot, but you're not going as far as cleaning.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's right in the middle.
Is there an area here where when you tidy up, you're kind of organizing something? You know what I mean? Like maybe you're moving things around. You're not
putting it in the right drawer.
Yeah, but like even decorations. Like I want to tidy up. I'm going to put this over there. Does that feel right?
Feels like straightening up. I'm not
that
sure.
is more. Yeah,
I'm not
you're
sure.
You're
Tidying up.
Tidying up.
That one's a tough one. I feel like that one is in the middle though.
But so it's like it's a larger job of straightening up.
Like if you were trying
I'm going to be honest. Tidying up is not a phrase that I think is used in America.
It does feel like more like a European.
I think tidying up is European, picking up. I think there's a fourth category
like a
here.
picking up.
Picking up is American.
I do think you're right.
Tidying up is European.
Yeah, if you are a maid in Europe.
Oh, you're going to tidy up
You tidy up all the
well.
time.
Amelia Bedelia
Tidies up.
Tidies up, for
Tidies
sure.
up. Mary Poppins?
Oh, tidies up.
Tidies up.
For sure.
Hmm.
Yeah. Unless she's got some product. And, if she's mopping and
Then
sweeping.
she's cleaning.
Cleaning.
Yeah,
up.
which is
Cool.
All right, we figured that out. What is the difference between mankind?
Okay.
Oh, this one's going to be tough. Civilization and humanity?
Wow.
Hmm.
Deep. Well, obviously civilization is set apart here. Mankind and humanity share the fact that it's...
Are you saying it's less broad?
Mankind and humanity... Well, let's focus on mankind. Mankind is the animal class of people. It is just... It's
Okay.
referring to human beings.
Are you saying
and
that
their
a
existence.
civilization can contain... It's more than that.
Exactly right. It is what
Is it
mankind...
buildings?
It is what mankind has become. They have
civilization.
become a civilization, and a civilization has rules, has structure, has
Buildings and animals and all of it's part of a civilization?
I don't think that animals have to be.
Okay.
But they are part of our civilization. Civilization is the civilized mankind.
The organization,
of
on the earth.
mankind. Right.
So that's why you have a prehistoric civilization or a advanced civilization.
Exactly. You've got
'Cause you've
different
moved
civilizations.
forward. They all include people.
They're all mankind.
Right.
This mankind is doing this kind of civilization. That mankind's doing another.
So if I told you have a superpower and you can stop an asteroid from destroying all mankind or from destroying all of humanity, do you feel like they're any different?
They
Which
are.
would you try to stop?
I would stop it from destroying mankind.
Mankind?
Because that is just the living, breathing humans on the
So you're saying
planet.
that's but
Humanity does not require a body.
what?
It doesn't.
Wait. Humanity doesn't require a body.
The humanity can be a concept.
Oh, the humanity.
Yeah, the humanity is
Huh.
who we are, not what we are. What we are is mankind. Who we are is our humanity.
Now let me submit to Al Borland. This is too advanced of a question for this show. We are not really capable, but we're doing our best.
I think we're nailing
You
it.
guys are doing a great job.
We're philosophers.
Now, do you agree with all this, Al?
I do, yeah. The civilization you guys nailed, and I do think humanity can be something can be not humane. We are not talking about the
human
animal
form.
class anymore. We're
Yeah.
talking about
Interesting.
I mean, I think it just nailed it straight across.
Too simple of a question is what I meant.
Yeah, it's too easy. This show requires a little bit more difficult nature, so let's hit us with something harder.
Do you think that there are some higher level universities that listen to it and
The Spitballers?
and examine it for its philosophical benefit?
I don't think any university below Ivy League
Would
can
do-
understand this
Okay.
podcast.
Okay.
But the Ivy Leagues certainly
So those of you listening out there, just know you are very intellectually advanced.
gifted
Yeah.
and
Part of a
probably beautiful.
and
What-
this course is tuition free.
Yeah, we don't even charge. We scat at the beginning.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
You can even skip the ads.
Yeah. What is the difference between something being tangled, knotted, and twisted?
Tangled, knotted, and twisted. Well, I'll tell you what. One of these makes me want to
Oh, it like sends you into a panic?
punch something.
Is it tangled?
It's tangled.
Tangled-
Man. Tangled's the worst.
Tangled feels like something you have to eventually cut to
Tangled
fix.
Tangled is a project. Okay, Tangled, if you're going to untangle something, oh man, that's sit down for a while. There doesn't have to be a knot in a tangle. It could just be like it's going every which
Yeah,
way.
what is with that?
Cords that are just
Hair.
Hair,
Hair's what you think of.
I think of a lot of different things. I think of jewelry, like a necklace. If you get a little, once it's going every which way, and it's, there's probably 4 or 5.
So what happens when a hose is not, like a hose is all mixed up? What is that called? Is that
I don't think
that's
that
not tangled,
I don't
right?
think it's tangled.
Is
no.
it knotted? Or is it twisted? Oh, twisted.
Oh,
Sounds
that's
like
clearly
a hose.
twisted. Hoses are twisted.
Hoses get twisted up, and that sucks. I hate doing that because when you have a twisted hose, you hope that somehow you pull both ends,
Yeah,
and it just comes out.
and it should, but every now and then
I won't.
it can become a knot.
Hoses also get kinked.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but that's
Please,
that's not in this
that's
question.
not in here.
Al?
Just kind of
Al,
keep that to
you're
yourself.
bringing in
Just
bringing
another
in with
fun fact.
Yeah,
Education.
no, I
you're
get
bringing
it.
in with words we're not discussing right now.
I'll mute my mic.
Thank you.
Yeah, What's the difference between one of us and Al?
What's the difference between a knot and a kink? Okay, now we can talk to universities below Ivy League. I mean, come on. A kink? Everyone knows what that is.
Yeah. Knotted. Knotted is another one here, and that is clearly there's a knot.
Yeah,
you got to get the knot out.
Knots are simple. You got to. I mean, there's different kinds of knots, but there's only one kind I know, and it's a classic. I'll tell you, man. If I was in the Navy, I would be out of the Navy immediately.
Because you couldn't tie them or you couldn't untie them?
I couldn't tie them. I don't know how to do the knots. I watch these people do these crazy super knots, and when I watch real men like tie something down, not with like I've got the auto straps, it's got a button on it and it's like tightens up.
Oh yeah.
But I watch people tie stuff down with like rope.
No, it's a skill.
And I am so much more confident that the knot that they're doing, because I've never seen someone do a knot like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know
yeah.
because he did wizardry and put a
whoop-de-whoop.
A whoop-de-whoop loop-de-loo. And then I'm like, I promise that could hold this car up from a skyscraper.
There's knots that like get stronger the more you pull on the thing.
Yeah.
Now, were you a Boy Scout, Al? I bet you were.
I was.
You had to be.
And are knots a part of it?
Oh yeah, we did.
Do
bowline knots, square knots,
you know how
slip
to
knots.
do them all? Do you still know how?
No.
Oh, so like if we were out on a boat, you wouldn't be of any.
I could definitely do a square knot.
Okay.
And I think I could probably still do a bowline.
Okay.
Don't know what it is. Don't know what it is.
Okay. What is a knot? Like what is like a classic? Like you do the first part of tying your shoes and you do that again?
Yeah. What's
just
that?
the classic
I
knot?
think that's called an overhand knot. I think I could be wrong.
We can do overhand knots. You and I.
I can do overhand knots all the time.
Yeah.
I can pull the wrong shoestring, through the loop, boom, overhand knot.
Overhand knot. Tangled is a nightmare.
Yeah, tangled is a nightmare.
Knotted it's you can get out of it.
I also think that if there's several knots, it's not knotted. That's tangled.
Really?
Well, it maybe different kinds. I'm just saying, to me, when something is knotted, I don't know that you ever need
I don't think that limits your knot count. Your knot count can be as much as you want for it to be knotted.
even if it's in
Tangled
different
needs to
places. Because, like, obviously there's a double knot, right? You knot the knot.
I mean, I guess in theory, if it's more of a circular pattern, like the knots are all over the place, that
Right.
could be tangled.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I'm down. Twisted, I mean, that's not hard to get
Twisted
out.
is easy.
That's easy.
Twisted is just like, it's a coil.
Yeah, that's cake.
Yeah, no problem. Also, the way I prefer my pasta.
Twisted?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby.
Oh.
Both in the noodle form and on the fork.
What is your favorite type of pasta?
What a great question.
Yeah.
Spiral. I want spiral form factor.
Is it because it kind of grabs all that sauce?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
I like a loose
It's
sauce.
like a sauce auger.
Yeah, I like my sauce runnier than thicker. And when you have it runnier than thicker, you put it on spaghetti, it doesn't
can't
hold.
pick it up. No.
But you put that thing in something with cracks and crevices and twists.
Would you ever spork some pasta because of the sauce situation?
Of course I'd spork pasta.
You'd spork some pasta?
Now I prefer forking a pasta,
Mhm.
but I would spork it.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. What is the difference between an antique, something that is vintage, and something that is classic? I feel like maybe our greatest challenge is right here.
Yeah, this is definitely the greatest challenge. Antique, vintage,
If I was,
and classic.
let me put it this way. Let's start here.
Okay.
I'm going to bring you something. Which do you feel like is the most valuable? Something that's antique, vintage, or classic? I don't think vintage is in the mix there.
No,
Vintage can be like something can look vintage, right?
Yes. An antique is the most valuable
Is it?
to some people. I
An
mean, not to
antique
me.
car versus a classic car? I would take the classic car. I feel like classic
I don't
is
know
like
that
an
there's-
antique that you believe
I don't
is
know
valuable.
I don't know that there is an antique car.
I mean, a rusty old car, is that not an antique if it's sitting in a junkyard?
I think an antique is you got to be able to go antiquing.
But have you been to some of these stores? There's junk in there.
Oh, it's absolute junk and beloved. It's absolute beloved junk.
That's
My
true.
mother used to go antiquing, and she had these plates. They had apples on them.
Oh, that's what she was into?
I don't know what they were called. Probably like
Apple plates?
apple plates or something
Yeah.
stupid. And they were pretty ugly plates.
Right.
They were older, and apparently some people, including my mother, just were like, oh my gosh,
I
there's
gotta
apple
get more
plates.
apple plates.
And they were so expensive.
Oh, really?
Oh, because they were an antique. And it's like, this is garbage. This is an old plate that's ugly, but it's an antique.
So an antique gets inherent value because of age.
Because of age and scarcity. I think there has to
Right.
be a little bit of scarcity.
Because
to be
people
antique.
threw out all the other apple plates because they didn't want 'em.
Exactly.
So the few that survived,
Those become antiques. Now,
I can't hear classic without classic car.
I can't hear classic without classic Coke. Coca-Cola Classic.
It's something.
That's what my mind goes to.
Al, do you have any thoughts on this one? This one is nuanced. What do you think of with classic?
I usually go to cars as well.
Yeah, I mean a vintage car, a classic car. I guess antique. They never use that with cars.
No.
No. Something.
Yeah, let's say
something
no.
vintage. I feel like clothing is vintage. You don't get antique clothing. You get vintage clothing.
Right.
Now,
That's
why
100%.
why they separate that? I don't know exactly.
Vintage to me seems like there's what is it called when something is in and out of style, like
Retro?
yeah vintage is retro, but the fads, vintage had to be a fad at one point.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like if it was a fad, this was
like a vintage leather jacket.
yeah, exactly. Like that was in, and so now it's vintage and retro are. I'm so glad we don't have to compare those two words because those are basic synonyms to me.
Well, see, a vintage item can be old. A retro item is new. That's actually very easy.
Oh yeah,
A
you're right.
retro has to mean new. That is made to look old.
We are good at this. And
Yeah.
classic just means that there's newer versions of this thing.
That's actually true.
That's all it is.
If there's
it's
not a newer version,
no, then it's just is.
Oh, you're right.
But the classic one was the OG. So when you talk about a classic car, that's because they've changed it.
I'm going to give you a Nobel Prize.
I got a Nobel Prize.
I'm giving you a Nobel Prize.
Dude, I have always wanted one of those.
I don't want to say this out loud, so I won't say it very loud. Without Mike, we are so smart.
So much smarter.
We are so smart.
We never would have gotten to classic.
No, he would have said something weird and waved his beard around.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on. Let's draft.
The Spitballers Draft.
Well, here we are.
I'm in the worst spot. What is the order here?
Oh, well, I imagine Al steps in directly
Yeah.
for Mike's
That's
spot.
what I figured. I'm in the worst spot. There's a clear two.
You think there's
S-cla-
two
There's two S-class
picks?
P words. Yes.
So we're drafting, if you didn't pick up on that, things that start with the letter P. So you got the whole gamut here. Anything in the world that starts with the letter P, you can draft it. I've got the first pick.
I mean, it's easy.
There's one for me. It's pizza.
Yeah, of course it's pizza.
All right.
Of course it's pizza.
All right, just making sure.
And go ahead, Al. Go ahead. Just
Wait,
slam
what's
dunk
the
the number
what's
two.
the number two?
The number one is definitely pickleball.
Oh. See, I thought
Oh.
that was on the list. I knew.
It was not on my list. I mean,
Okay.
to us, fantastic. I will not besmirch that pick. That's a fantastic pick.
That's what Mike would have done too. Something more nuanced to himself.
Yes, but I guess I was looking generally, like
Yeah.
the
Pizza's
the
the-
universe.
More
over.
people eat pizza than play pickleball, for sure.
Absolutely, everybody loves pizza.
So pickleball, look.
You know what
it
else
is
everybody
Al.
loves?
What?
Puppies. It's
Oh.
pizza and puppies, baby.
Puppies.
I mean,
I didn't even have it.
yeah,
It's on my list.
pizza and puppies are clearly like those are the world
You just
would not.
invented the world's best restaurant.
Oh my gosh, I did.
You really
Pizza
did.
and puppies?
Pizza and puppies?
And you go there and they serve pizza and they've got puppies.
And you just
those
play with-
puppies are going to be so filled with grease just from people petting them after eating pizza.
Yeah, you got to be responsible, but they're not going to be mad.
We'll wash them every night.
Pepperoni pizza and puppies? I mean, come on.
Oh, we can alliterate this to the.
So that's a great pick. Obviously, puppies. People will appreciate that. It is one of the best things that starts with the letter P.
Yeah, man, I've got a
So you got
real
a
big
second
list
pick here on the way back through.
Oh man, this is tough. There's so many things I like that start with the letter P. I'm gonna go
This is always when it gets tough.
Well, the thing is
You got
this,
your favorites, and now you're like,
I'm
what
going,
do I do?
I'm really struggling with what is beloved versus what I love.
Yeah.
Because I think there is a next most popular pick, but I'm not a huge fan of it.
I think you go with your heart. That's what I think. That's what we've been doing this whole show, and you got a Nobel Prize. So I would just go with your gut.
Really? All right. Okay.
Or maybe not.
This is down low. This is a curveball.
So wait,
this is like
you called out pickleball being too nuanced, and now you're going deeper.
I'm going deeper. I'm going me. I'm going
All
me,
right.
baby. I'm taking the penthouse.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I'm
All
going
right.
to the top of the building.
I
It was literally number 9 on my list. But when you said be yourself,
Yes.
go for you, that thing stood out like that's what I want. I want the penthouse.
It is you.
Oh,
It
baby.
is you. That works.
Someone out there that like owns a really nice hotel, just reach out and give me a week at your penthouse. And
You'll
please-
fly anywhere.
Please, yeah, I'll fly anywhere, but please understand what I'm saying. Don't call it a penthouse if it's not a penthouse.
Oh, that would be disappointing.
Just because it's on the top floor doesn't make it a penthouse.
See, that feels like a whole nother question.
right. But
Someday we'll have you define a true penthouse.
if you're out there, please offer me a week at the penthouse. I will accept.
good use of the show.
Thank you.
Al, you are back up. You have pickleball.
Yeah, I'm going to take something that makes this world go round. Almost everything we love doesn't exist without it. I'm taking power.
Oh.
That seems like
Now,
an
are
Al
we
pick.
talking electricity or are we talking
all
just
power? I mean, he gets it all.
Wow.
Oh, you thought like the rulers of the world have a lot of power.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Is
which
this-
one did you mean?
I was referring to electricity.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Well, ironically, I think
Jason
the other
would have
one
been
makes the
referring
world
to
go
the other
round
one.
more. Yeah, I really was.
Good pick. All right, pickleball and power.
That is a good pick. That was not on my list. That's
needs
a very
power
good,
for-
you've taken 2 solid picks that I didn't. I've got 14
There's-
you on my list.
Your list sucks.
There's more than 14 things that start with the letter P.
I was complimenting.
There's a lot. All right.
You should take poop. Owl.
Well, look, we're sitting here on this show. I can't not take podcast.
Oh,
I'm taking podcast.
Yeah, it's our job.
Pizza and podcast is another great place that I like to visit. So I'll go podcast for my second pick. And because it's you two and I want it and I'm going to take it before you get it, I'm taking poker.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking poker with the third pick.
We love some poker.
I felt like that was something you guys would take. So,
It was definitely on my list.
yeah. All right, back to you, Al. You have pickleball and power.
All right, I'm going to take something that I can't live without, and that's my paycheck.
Oh,
Ah.
not too shabby.
Payday's a good day.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, all right.
He takes-
You are 3 for 3 on great picks not on my list, and my
Mm-hmm.
list does not suck, Owl. My list is awesome.
Well, you have puppies in a penthouse, so
Yeah,
it's going pretty good.
Puppies in a penthouse. You know what that puts me in? Paradise, baby.
Oh, that's
I'm drafting paradise. It's broad. It could be anything. I'm on the beach. I'm in the penthouse. I'm just in paradise.
the idea of somebody's version of paradise is a penthouse with puppies is pretty funny. That's
Whose
good.
isn't? And then I've got one more pick, right?
Yeah, you do. You get to round out your puppy penthouse paradise.
Puppy penthouse paradise, and we are all sports fans here. It is the greatest part of each season when we hit
Oh,
the playoffs.
playoffs. That's a cool pick.
Yeah, give me the playoffs, baby. Pizza, puppies, playoffs.
Yeah,
and
you'll
paradise.
even watch baseball if it's playoffs.
That's how good playoffs are.
Yeah,
I will watch baseball,
right.
which is usually just the most pointless, boring,
All
torturous
right, all
thing
right.
in the world. But playoff baseball has meaning because the games actually matter.
That opinion is pathetic.
Hmm.
All right, Al, you are up. Your final pick, pickleball power paycheck.
All right, my last pick is going to be similar to Jason's penthouse pick. This is a me pick, and I'm taking the Platinum Cruise Card.
Oh my gosh.
I'm getting priority
even know what
boarding.
that is.
I'm getting my clothes laundered and pressed on
Wait,
board.
they have this?
Yeah.
There's a special card. Oh, how does Jason?
And it's-
Jason must have this.
It's you get it by how many days you've sailed, so you can't purchase your way.
You're
into
well
it.
on your way, Owl.
I am.
soon you'll have it.
Platinum cruise
So it
card.
means you get priority boarding, you get your clothes laundered.
You get your clothes laundered. You get some free drinks.
Okay.
And some gifts when you get on board.
So how long have you wanted this thing?
How long has he been alive?
Yeah.
And you haven't reached it?
Oh,
Here's
he's not
the
even
kicker.
remotely close to it.
That's not true.
Oh, what?
My wife, we're going on a cruise. We leave in 3 days, and my wife will hit platinum on this cruise. I do not, because she's cruised more than me.
Wait a minute. So is this exclusive to one provider?
Yes.
This one is.
So
yeah.
it makes
I mean,
you-
They do. Each line has a platinum
Okay.
card, but yes.
Wait, she's going to hit platinum.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, can you throw some of your clothes in with hers? Is that how that's going to work?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Sir,
I
she-
still
she
get the
needs-
priority boarding.
She
with her,
needs to
so.
wash her boxers.
Yeah. Okay. That is very
That is,
nuanced.
again, not on my list.
All right, I've got pizza, podcasts, poker, and I don't know if you guys knew, there's actually a lot more words.
Yeah, that start with the letter P.
So I'll go with parties.
Nice.
I'm going to go with parties for my last pick.
I don't think I like parties anymore.
If they have pizza and poker, I'm in.
Yeah, it's a pizza poker party with pumpies.
Pizza poker party.
You don't like parties anymore.
I think.
Do you prefer peace?
Yes, I
You do?
prefer peace over people.
Oh,
Yeah.
you are a new person. I feel like there was a time in your life that you would have, like when you see a crowd of people, you would have gotten into a slingshot that would fire you into the crowd.
I think that is just I can do it. And
But now it's more performative.
correct.
Mhm.
It's exhausting. I'm fine in those situations.
I feel
but
like you're just becoming me from 10 years ago.
maybe.
All right, pizza, podcast, poker, and parties. My 4 picks. Al's got pickleball power, paychecks, and a platinum cruise card. Jason's got the puppies, the penthouse, the paradise, and the playoffs in any and all sports. Peace was on the list. Pandas was on my list. Pancakes was on my list.
Delicious.
A Porsche.
Oh, nice.
Pyrotechnics. Those are cool.
Those are fun.
We got some.
What you got, Al?
I had passport, just because I love to travel. Pterodactyls, because those things are
Oh, okay.
awesome.
Oh, that's a real.
Yeah.
And my
That's
phone.
You draft pterodactyls,
And your phone.
and this is your last draft.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I also had Pixar, because
I
Okay.
actually,
Those are
that was
goated
the
movies.
first one that was also on my list. I had philosophy, which I felt like was a stretch already.
Hmm.
I had pools, a power nap, Paris,
Okay.
and a Pinot Noir.
All right. That's there you
Pina
go.
Coladas up there, too.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad.
What did we learn today?
I mean, not that I didn't know it, but I know it better now. This show's very sophisticated. It's very highbrow. It's very intellectual.
I learned that you can receive incredibly prestigious awards on the Spitballers podcast.
I did get you one.
What
The
did
Nobel Prize.
I got the Nobel Prize
You got the
today.
Nobel Prize.
This is a big. That's crazy.
Do you learn anything, Al? Or do you ever learn anything on the show?
I learned so much, but I think I learned that you guys can really get down to business without Mike.
Yeah. This is. I mean, we miss him, but
50%.
you know, maybe he'll be back next time.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.